on KBOB 89.9 FM and simulcast on the News You Can Use Media Networks, powered by World One Development. We'll be right back.
The 36th Street North Event Center is a full-scale event center where we share the experiences of the community. At the event center, you can rent space for weddings, birthday parties, receptions, concerts, Greek events, quinceañeras, and much more. We also do custom decor, linen, and centerpieces. We're located at 1125 East 36th Street North. To book your next special event, business gathering, or community event, call us at 918-200-9046.
Fitting Back In is a reintegration program designed to help those released from prison to fit back into the community as productive, valuable members of society. They help schedule various classes such as anger management, substance abuse, and mental health. They also work with different programs in the community to provide job training. If you or someone you know needs help with resources in career development, employment, or housing, to find out more information, call 918-592-3500 or stop by 2121 North Harvard Avenue, Monday through Thursday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Welcome to the show that talks about Tulsa, people making a difference in the Tulsa community. Special guest interviews spotlighting local businesses to covering important issues within the community no one else is talking about. The hot topics and more. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to World One Development's News You Can Use with your hosts, Mr. Charles Harper and Miss Damali Wilson.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to World One Development's News You Can Use. We want to thank everyone for either listening on the radio, watching us on Facebook Live, and on www.kbob899.com, or tuning in to any of the News You Can Use media networks, which are powered by World One Development. We really appreciate that. I am your hostess with the mostest, Miss Damali Wilson.
And I'm Charles Harper. It's Wednesday, a.k.a. Hump Day, October 26, 2022. And we are live every Wednesday at 1 p.m. right here on KBOB 89.9 FM and simulcast on the News You Can Use Media Networks, powered by World One Development. We are set for an exciting show, you guys. You better call your mom and them and tell them you can dial in at 918-856-3873 or post your comments on our Facebook Live feed at World One Development.
So on today's show, Jackson State University Homecoming 2022 experience. Is it a movement? How does Coach Prime see it?
We'll also talk about the trunk and treat happening at Oasis Fresh Market. New mothers, we have a special drawing just for you. Find out what it is.
And of course, our Hump Day hot topics, which are student loan forgiveness application now open. Find out how to sign up and warning signs. Have you claimed your $1,400 stimulus check? The deadline is approaching. Find out when. And our nation's students are in trouble. Find out why. RSV is on the rise. Find out what it is and how serious it is. Birthdays and more.
This is News You Can Use right here on KBOB 89.9 FM and simulcast on the News You Can Use media networks, powered by World One Development. And we will keep the party rolling right now. Damali,
what's happening?
How are thou doing today?
I am doing well, recovering well after the whole Jackson State experience we'll talk about here in a minute.
Well, Jackson State, y'all a piece of work. Jackson, Mississippi,
yes,
owe us nothing.
Don't sleep on it.
Man, they took all our money and our change. We ain't got nothing left but pocket lint
right
around here, but what a beautiful time we had down there. And I know we're going to dig all the way down into it and just get all the way down to it.
I see you swag.
Huh?
I see you swag.
If I ain't swag, who is swag? I ain't swag.
How was the food, Charles?
Man, the food, it was a food truck park right outside of the airport. Really? And I knew
when we first got there,
I knew they was welcoming me to the city. Who has a food truck? JB, I'm talking about when the doors open, it's a food truck right there. It said Charles. It said baby come to me. And I said, man, it sounded like Charles come to me, but the people was nice and fun. And they was like, hey, who are y'all? Where y'all from? What's going on? It was just good the whole time, man.
Yeah, exactly. So we're going to jump right into the show. Okay, so news you can use is all about shedding some light on the positive happenings in our community. There are many great businesses, programs, and events occurring in our neighborhood, and we felt the community needed to hear about those things. One, so we can support, and two, so we can be informed.
What's going on, everybody? I'm Charles Harper, Executive Director of World One Development, which includes fitting back in EduRec Youth and Family Fun Center, 36th Street North Event Center, and Oklahoma Community Support Coalition. My job, because the world wants to know, is financial stability and infrastructure for all of our community development projects. And I am so excited and I am so elated to be one of the creators of this phenomenal show.
And I'm Damali Wilson, Executive Director of Operations for World One Development. And my job is creating, monitoring, and enforcing protocol for each of our community development projects. I am also in charge of social media for all of the World One Development entities. If you would like to advertise your business or organization on this show or any of our other individual platforms, inbox me your contact information on Facebook Messenger so we can talk. I am also happy and elated to be one of the creators of this show.
Damali, it's a beautiful day in the city today.
Oh, yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yesterday was a little chilly, but
yesterday was a little chilly,
Yeah.
but today is right on time. I had a jacket on, and when I got out of my car, my neck was sweat. You know how them babies' necks sweat a little bit, like they had on them rings on it. I said, "Oh man,
you need a bib.
My
you need
neck,
a bib.
I need a bib. My neck is sweating." So I took off my shout out to my friends. I had to take off my Phi Beta Sigma jacket before I fell out. They just said a Sigma is out there in the parking lot.
Exactly.
And I didn't want that to happen. But I tell you what, a lot of people are out, they rolling.
Yes.
Boy, people can't wait, Damali, to drop their top.
Man.
They can't wait to drop their top.
And I'm not mad at them.
It's not, I don't even know, is it like a set temperature before you drop your top? I'm like, it's not 70 yet.
No, it's just long as the sun is out and it's nice.
I know, I've seen somebody rolling. I've seen somebody rolling so fast, they put their cigarette out. I'm like, man, what is going on here? And you going to light it and put it out.
We got snow in the forecast.
Well, huh? That's like a cuss word to
next
me.
Week.
Oh, no.
I heard
next week.
Oh, I don't like snow, sleet, any of those S words.
I can't wait.
The ticket
you like snow?
Of course. I love it.
Oh, yeah. I hate it.
The ticket, we're in the Midwest.
Yeah,
so it's no telling anything will spin up on us.
That's true.
We don't know. But I'll tell you what, man, we got a great show today, man. We got a lot of people tuning in. I'm going to do y'all some quick shout outs. But before I do that, we would like to thank and appreciate our first responders, healthcare professionals, food providers, restaurant workers, and essential workers for their services on the front lines during this time. It's great how organizations and churches in the community are coming to help those in the community during this epidemic that we are still in, Damali.
Yeah, we still are. Even though we acting like we not, but we still in it.
And you first responders out there, I'm telling y'all, every time I look up, I'm looking at fire trucks and the police and the imps, and it's up and down the road. And man, we got to appreciate those people. Give them some space and let them get by.
Absolutely.
And let them do their job. We appreciate y'all for keeping us safe. That is for sure, because I don't want monkeypox. That's the whole movement.
Do not start with this monkeypox today.
I thought I seen somebody with a bump. Anytime you got a bump, it's monkeypox to me immediately. Don't hug me. No, I'm just playing.
Oh,
somebody gonna be checking their lip like I do got a little bump. That's why Charlton hugged me. Let me do some quick shout outs. Quick shout out to Brenda Berry. She's tuning in with us. What's going on, cousin? April is in the building.
Hey, cousin.
What's going on? I see my cousin Sam was in the building as well.
Sam.
Mr. Anthony's in the building.
Hey.
Alicia Walker is in the building. Also, Mr. Energizer.
Hey, AJ.
He said he's in the building. He's sharing it live with 25 groups. He said, love your family. Your mom is in the building already.
Mommy.
Michael, you know he's royalty in our book.
Michael Brewer, what's happening?
Hey, I saw little Michael got like the student of the month.
Yes.
And like honor of the month. We got to give him a shout out. So Michael, so let him know that is coming.
We're proud of him.
It ain't nothing but good stuff. You know what, Damali? It's just a good energy. I'll just say Oklahoma, but I'm gonna narrow it down to Tulsa. Me and you've been doing a little traveling. It's like it's a good energy everywhere, but we still don't want to forget, man. There's been a lot of loss this year.
Yes.
And we just try to hope that this show brings you a little laughter, a little love, to let you know that we are gonna be all right together.
Yes, absolutely. So before we get started, we want to send huge congratulations to the Black Wall Street Chamber.
Yes, indeed.
On their grand opening of the Black Wall Street Business Center on Monday.
Right.
So excited for this. This was a dream of our good friend, Sherry Gamble Smith. She was working on this before her untimely death. And so now it's come to fruition, you know, and we got to go and tour the space at 1800 South Baltimore Avenue. So it is adjacent to the Black Wall Street Chamber. So the chamber's on one side, the business center is on the other side. I mean, it is so nice.
It's really, really nice. It's upscale, y'all. They
Yes.
wasn't playing no games, and they said we had to do this as much as possible how Sherry would like it.
Yes.
And I can tell her taste was on a whole nother level.
Okay.
So shout out to the board,
Yes.
the chamber. You guys have done a phenomenal job. And it's just for everybody that came out. City councilwoman was there, Virginia was there, Lori was there, Decker Wright, the other city. I mean, and so many leaders. I don't know why I just don't start naming.
I know, don't do that.
But big thing, Lauren. Yeah. What about that?
Yeah, just don't do that. Let me just tell you guys about this. So the business center is for Tulsans to have a place to grow at Black entrepreneurs in particular. So let me go ahead and be specific. Black entrepreneurs in Tulsa have a new place to grow their network and grow their businesses. So Monday was the official ribbon cutting ceremony at the business center. The business center comes complete with modern open concepts, co-working spaces, offices, a conference room, a break room, and a rest area with free coffee.
Yes.
So if you get tired, go get some coffee and wake on up. There's food that's going to be available there. There's resources for the entrepreneurs that might need to get their businesses up and going. As we said, it is located at 1800 South Baltimore Avenue on the 8th floor, which that's actually the Spirit Bank building.
Right.
If you know where that is in downtown. And the purpose of it is to give Black and Indigenous entrepreneurs a chance to have their own space tailored to their own specific needs as they get started in business.
I'm glad you said the address because everyone seemed to have thought it was actually on Greenwood.
Oh, right. Yeah.
People were thinking it was like upstairs in one of the buildings.
No, it is actually in the Spirit Bank building. Again, at 1800 South Baltimore Avenues, but it's really nice. And, I think one of my favorite spots was to be able to walk through the door and see Sherry's picture, and they did a little dedication there to her.
Man, it took so much. I just not to see her come around the corner just threw me off.
Yeah.
Because we've been talking about this. Her and Christy did a live video some months back.
Yeah.
But the thing about honoring those and not letting the dream die.
Exactly.
Is what it's all about.
Yeah.
And, and I could say, Lindsay, what can you say about her?
Yes.
She was smiling.
Yes.
Is this place for like any small business owners or like who is it for? I mean, who fits in?
It's geared toward minorities because we don't really have a space like that.
Right.
When you think about it, you got some that's kind of a little bit, but this is catered to the minority business.
So if you don't have an office,
correct, it's a co-working space. Yes.
Temporary office space.
Yes.
There you go.
To have an address
daily
for your business.
or weekly, or how does that work?
Yeah, daily.
24/7.
Cool.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Yeah.
And it's above board, man. It's top shelf. It's
I've seen some pictures you guys posted. It was really nice.
And if you haven't seen it, go check it out. It was on the news. It was on the news, but we went in there. So if you want to go check out everything else, just go to World One Development and then share the good news, man. Great things happen.
I don't have an office, so I'm gonna have to go over there and get an office.
Space
every now and then.
JB got
have a meeting.
Yeah, have a meeting.
You can have meetings there.
Yeah, they have nice conference rooms over there that you can rent. Yeah,
I know what JB want to do. JB want to do like Nino Brown. No, I'm telling you because I seen a bulldog outside. So what he want to do is put on the black suit coat and have the chain on the thing.
It was a green bulldog, Muskogee Rufford. I think they 6-0 by the way.
They've been balling, man. They've been balling.
They beat Booker T last week. I'm sorry.
Don't do that. Yeah, that was sad. That was a sad state of affairs.
Sorry about that.
Yeah. All right, but I got to give props.
But they balling like it's 88, 86, 88 again, and that's good for Muskogee. So But back to the business on the center though. It's for people who want to go have meetings. Maybe you need somewhere nice to meet someone to do some paperwork or some contracts. You can have a space to do that in.
Exactly.
You got a good space. You got a little spot you can call home.
Shout out to Sherry, man.
Okay.
Shout out to Sherry.
She's still missed, man. I mean,
hey, look, Michael say they are 8-0, JB.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Put some respect on the Ruffers.
Last time I saw it was 6-0.
Yeah, I am not a hater.
I'm sorry.
And I ain't got
congratulations.
I don't have number love for Booker T, but I've seen them like at Taco Bell. A couple of players, they say, "Man, somebody roughed us up. The roughed us up this weekend.
He's childish
At our own house." But hey,
wow! Congratulations, town business right there.
Exactly. Exactly.
8-0.
Yeah.
Only other team I seen, is Bixby. Those kids out there in Bixby are doing the business.
Man,
really?
They beat somebody like 70-80-0
you
or something last week. I was like, oh my god.
Big's been rolling like that for about 5-6 years though. I don't think they done lost in like 5 years.
Oh wow.
Because they're like when I was going to high school, it was 6A.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
That was like the top.
Yeah.
And I think Booker T was 6A at
We
one
were,
time.
yes.
And then things moved to 5A.
Yeah.
Right.
So they're like top tier in 5A
Yeah.
statewide.
No, they 6A. So you got 6A1 and then 6A2. And I think they moved up to 6A1. So the game I want to see with Bigsby is when they play against Union.
Oh,
Union?
Yeah,
Because
that's gonna be a
is
game.
rolling.
Yeah,
You know,
that's
when
gonna
you
be a game.
go. That's when the rubber gonna meet the road. I think
Yeah.
some of the other ones they ain't really ready yet.
Cream gonna rise to the top.
How was
right?
Owasso doing this year?
They all right. They all right. They can represent. They holding their own, but they not. Yeah, they not ramming nobody. They ran. One of their rams is missing. I'm like one of the things.
He's
One of
over
the
there,
horns is missing.
he's over there playing for the.
Don't do that.
They kind of hitting you like it ain't
Right.
a straight.
Yeah, not a
hard
straight
hit.
shot.
Shout out to Owasso.
Yes.
Shout out to Owasso.
Yes, my town.
Broken Arrow, all the high schools. Shout out to
Yeah.
all those
They
youngsters.
doing that. Yeah,
They put in so much hard work,
they do.
and it's for such a short time, but
Yeah.
they get to shine.
Yeah,
They doing
yeah.
a little
They
something,
doing
something.
something. They doing something. So
All right.
we got to visit some Shine.
Man.
Speaking of
Um,
football,
Speaking of football,
football.
we had, we talked about this on last week, and we actually left on Thursday after
Right.
the show, on Wednesday, and we went down to Jackson State. And as Charles said, when we get there, look, there's so much excitement in this city.
Man.
We booked a car rental 2 months in advance. We
Right.
get there, and there are no cars yet.
They said we don't have no car. We got go
But
karts.
they had a solution for Charles. They must have knew that Mr. Harper was coming, so
they
they
have an
said,
electric bike.
okay, we don't have a car yet, but it's some food outside. Go outside and
What?
get
They
you
sent
something to
me-
eat.
They sent me. They distracted
did.
me. They distracted me. It was a good distraction though.
Yeah.
It was wings and the burger.
It was wings and a burger.
And it was
It
really,
was.
really good. And by
It
the
was.
time
Bomb.
ate the wings, ate the burger, got a red pop. 'Cause
Ah,
I was off the
yes.
diet train.
Off the diet.
I left the diet in
Oh,
Oklahoma.
yeah, I
in
already
Tulsa.
know.
Man, got down to that burger, and by the time I finished, they called me and they said, we got you a brand new truck with no miles on it. Let's
Yes.
be ready to roll.
And-
So, first time experiencing a food truck outside the airport. What was that like?
It was
Man,
like
we
crazy.
were tripping. We were like, this would never
JB.
happen in Tulsa.
You go. We two went to the rental car spot. It's like where the cars are coming out.
Yeah.
It's like it's right
Where
because
you're supposed to pick people up when they just come in, arrivals.
it's
That's
right there.
Jackson for you, man. It's
It's
down
different.
home,
Yes.
It's down home.
but it's in the South. So,
Yeah.
they just,
Just-
it's some good people down there, bro.
It's
And
some
I
real
would
good
say
people.
big
Yeah.
shout out because the biggest cheerleader in Tulsa for Jackson State is our city council.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
my God.
Vanessa Hall Harper, shout out to her. All she talks about is JSU, Jackson State,
Yes.
HBCUs, and all of that. And she just kept talking and talking
Listen.
and talking.
Let me tell y'all something. Y'all need to go and watch some of our videos, and you
Oh,
see
my
Vanessa
goodness.
with her
She's alumni for JSU, right?
She
She
more
is.
than an alumni.
She
She
got-
an alumni
listen,
more.
she had that pom-pom, baby. She was shaking that pom-pom. She was getting it. And I ain't mad at her. You gotta have mad love for
Yeah.
your alma mater.
How does it feel to see her in that space?
Oh, love
And
it.
just to let it all hang out and go back to your college days.
Here the thing is about when you go back to homecoming. This is what you got to be careful of. You will revert back to whoever you were. I'm telling you, man.
Right.
You have to be comfortable. You done
Right.
forgot. You see your old girlfriend,
Yes.
boyfriend. You're holding hands again. You think you're a cheerleader, a football player, or anything. You have to be careful at homecoming because it's what it says it is. It's homecoming.
Listen, one of my favorite things. So when we arrived at the airport and finally got our car, we went later on that evening to the step show.
Oh my goodness.
If you have not been to a Greek step show, you missing it. Okay.
uh-huh.
And let me tell you, the Sigmas held their own.
Hey, you better hey, the one thing I can say because I give
They
credit
did
where
that.
credit is due. When it came down to just stepping now.
Yeah.
It was the blue and white JB.
Was it?
Yeah.
I'm not hating because I'm just saying because you got people because back in the day you just like step.
Right.
Now you do a lot of strolling.
Yeah.
Because people like to see the strolling because you
Yeah.
stop and do the Dougie and all that.
I
But
just seen some of them videos, man. Y'all be killing it,
Yeah.
man.
when it comes
There's
down
a
to
lot of
just
swag there.
stepping, but here's the ticket. Everybody did good.
Yes, everybody did really good.
All the fraternities, all of the sororities, even the band
Yeah.
fraternities, everybody did a good, and the
Mhm.
energy was crazy. They'll take a break and hit that music, and the DJ wasn't playing no games. either.
Right.
I thought DJ JB Smooth was in the
So
building.
listen, I have got to give a shout out to this younger generation. Sometimes our older generations talk about the youngsters and all of that, but you
I
know
think
what?
sometimes it's just a disconnect there.
Yeah,
You know?
But check this out. They actually listened to us. So the DJ did this like old school,
Remix.
playing old songs,
Mhm.
which I'm saying old. It's like our generation, the songs that from our generation. And like, he'd start the song and then stop the music. the crowd took over and sung like all the song. I'm like every single song.
That's
that
when
came
you
on.
know everybody's in it.
Yeah.
Like everybody's in the moment.
Yeah.
And everybody's letting it all hang out and just have a good time. It's all about the love.
And so you're talking about
music.
older folks, young folks. I mean, it was a beautiful
What
thing.
you do, and this is what I think it is.
Yeah.
This is what I think it is. I think your subconscious, because you ride with your parents.
Yes.
And when you ride with your parents to school and stuff growing up, you have to listen
the
to
songs.
Well, you better not touch that knob. You better listen to Tevin Campbell.
Yes.
You better listen to Tevin
Can
and
we
Mary J.
talk?
Can we
Yeah.
talk for a bit? The kids
Okay.
they were singing the whole thing, but they knew all of the song, and it did make us sit back and say, sometimes you think they don't know.
That they don't know,
They
and
did
they
about
ain't
10
listening.
songs. They knew all of the songs.
Listen, I had forgot some of the words,
Yeah.
but they knew them,
You
honey.
like, can we talk for to what time? They were
Yeah.
singing them, helping us get
Charles, how's it feel to see the young Blue Fives come up?
They strong, not just Sigmas, but just all of the younger fraternities and sorority people, and how at JSU now, I can't say it everywhere, but man, they special. They tuned in, they respectful, you know, polite, you know, having a good time with each other. I didn't see or feel any bad energy or vibes.
That's right. I agree with
the
that.
entire time for the whole 4 days.
Wow.
So, you know, one of the other things that was great about the trip was the fact that Mr. JSU is a former Booker T. Washington Hornet. So he was a Hornet graduate, went to KIP, and so we were there.
Hold on,
no,
check this out. And he used to be a member of KBOB, The Juice.
The Juice radio show.
Think about that, JB. He was part of The Juice when The Juice first started it, and now he's Mr. JSU.
We're going to drop one of Clue's bombs for him.
Yes. And so, and
Mr. Hornet, Mr. JSU, and
he was with The Juice radio.
And what I want to add is that's why you support your local community radio.
That's right.
That's why Bobby created a platform like this for kids, because you have to really take that in.
Shout out to Bobby.
And his major, guess what it is? Broadcast journalism.
See?
The Juice paid off.
So at the end of this show, when I ask y'all, or when we ask to send a couple dollars to KBOB,
it's real.
That's the impact.
Yes.
That is why you send some money this way, because Mr. JSU is kicked off right here at KBOB on The Juice, a
changing
youth program
the
that
trajectory.
We have.
You know,
for him to major in broadcast journalism.
Yeah,
that's major.
We need more of us in
media.
Yeah.
Real quick from Prescott, Arkansas, my auntie that just tuned in, and Mr. Gary Lee over there at the Oklahoma Eagles said that
Gary.
the Eagle is in the building. Welcome to the show, y'all.
Yes.
We talking about a trip to JSU, an HBCU experience. Now let's get down to where the rubber meets the road. Deion Sanders.
How was that?
AKA Prime Time Coach Prime.
Listen, what Deion Sanders is doing for HBCUs is everything right now.
The energy probably just...
The energy is stupid.
Up there.
Yes. And the fact that, you know, what I really love about what we experienced this weekend is it is shining light on what is happening at these HBCUs, and bringing awareness to what is happening, and the fact that, you know, they are lacking in resources, you know. So the reason why, you know, a lot of these young athletes, they're going to these top 5 schools is because they want to get recognized, you know, and be able to you know, because a lot of them, they do aspire to go to the NFL, you know, and take that next step, but you're not seen at, you know, these historically Black colleges. And so he is bringing awareness in a huge way. You know, when we were there, folks like, you know, Snoop Dogg was there. We had Rick Ross was there.
Yellow Beezy. What's that show with the little thing that everybody watches? It's like the #1 show now.
What's that?
Power.
No, it wasn't Power. It's the other group with the guy. You remember?
P Valley.
P Valley.
A whole cast of P Valley was there. The whole cast of P Valley.
When I walked down and kind of seen them, I didn't really know who they are. I have never just watched the show. I know about
a lot of people watch it. Yeah.
You know, I'm on the fence about P Valley. That's a whole nother subject.
We won't do that. But it was just a lot of celebrities and different people was there supporting. And here's the ticket. It just talks about the strategic lack of funding that they give to HBCUs.
So 60 Minutes was there and did a story, and we actually posted that story.
You gotta see it
on our Facebook, you know, on all of our platforms, on, you know, on Facebook. And I'm telling you, you need to watch that story, because it will enlighten you as to why this movement with Deion Sanders is so powerful right now. And just the fact of just the lack. At one point they showed Dion taking a bath in the swimming pool because of the water situation in Jackson.
Here's the thing where things
Crazy.
can be discouraging. So when you go to the game, you can't even drink water out of the water fountain. Yeah. They have now, so shout out to Dr. Tiffany Crutcher and the Terrence Crutcher Foundation and all the fraternities and sororities and organizations that's been getting water, shipping it to Mississippi. When you go to the game, in the corner, it's like this whole room is full of water. You can just go get it because you can't drink the water.
No water in the city?
Nope.
No water. So we're at an HBCU football game, and it's about 80,000 people total. You don't even have no water. And that is completely unacceptable. But if you go to Ole Miss, Mississippi State, you got everything. So we have to shine some light on this situation and figure out who we need to vote in or out.
Now, is that water making people sick? Is that why?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
And so this is the other thing that I found really interesting. That if you watch that show, for the 60-minute show, they talk about the fact that Coach Prime is making $500,000 a year.
Right.
Whereas we know that Nick Saban over at Alabama, and I'm just using him as an example, $11.7 million. Crazy.
Yeah, let me add this in because we got the people tuning in. I want them to say, Charles, you forgot about us. So Teresa Griffin is on. What's going on, my sister? And AJ said, I was at the HBCU homecoming in Mississippi at Mississippi Valley State, and he said it was on like Donkey Kong.
Okay.
Baby. I know it was, but Damali, you bringing about a really, really good point. Now think about this. This is what you got to think about it. Last year, primetime Deion Sanders was able to pull in the number one football player out of high school in the nation.
Yes.
Now, it was between Florida State. And, Deion went to Florida State. And at the end, and they asked him why, he said, man, I'm just for a movement and the upward mobility of my people. Now, you got to remember, this kid could have went to any school in the nation.
Right.
Yeah. And it lets you know what Deion is doing. He talked to him about, what you're doing, anybody can do that.
Yeah.
Top recruit.
Well, it lets you know the money that they're paying him. It really ain't about the money because he's making it work. Deion is, he got money.
Yeah.
But it's more of what's in his heart and what he wants for the university.
Absolutely.
And how he's turned it around, like y'all said, this ain't just, it's been going on for a little bit now, but
you got to remember Jackson State was not a good football team.
Right.
And so
now they're undefeated.
Yeah.
Undefeated. So you got to remember, you got to go back just a little bit. He got hired 3 months after the George Floyd situation.
Yeah.
Because he said that everybody was talking about what they gonna do and I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna. But he said
this is what he said with their Twitter fingers.
With their Twitter fingers, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do this. He said, "Now, in my heart, I knew God pushed up on me. Like, no, I'm gonna actually do something."
Yeah,
Charles, you remember that show? He had a show. Deion had a show on HBO or one of the sports channels. It was about coaching young kids and stuff.
Yep.
And I just seen it back then. Like he'd been trying to change young black men's lives for some time now and have that impact.
Here's the reality of the difference between like just funding in like different cities. If you look at even Jackson State, even right now, their facilities right now are not better than Broken Arrow High School or Union High School. Right now. So that's what you have to think about now. You got to remember, people are leaving to go to college.
Really not on a collegiate level.
Right. Not on a collegiate. It would feel like the facilities and everything all together, the classes and all of that is better right now at Union or Broken Arrow than a lot of the HBCUs, not just JSU.
Right.
So it's good that Deion is fighting for people to do right by the kids. So it's bigger.
Period.
And here are the economics on it. And then I know we got the music coming. We got to take a break. Right now, he's pushing to talk with the council or the leaders to build a Power 5 stadium, meaning equivalent to OU, equivalent to Notre Dame, equivalent to all of that, because that's the fanfare that everybody looks for. Because
how many people was at the game?
Man, probably about 80,000.
80,000. Why are they already not Power 5?
JB, by the time I parked the car, I actually walked from Tulsa all the way back to Mississippi. That's how far I parked away from the stadium.
80,000 people at JSU homecoming?
Crazy.
The tailgate and all of that was ridiculous. So you got to remember, that's the economic impact.
Yeah.
You couldn't get a hotel. You couldn't get a hotel for the last month and a half.
Right.
Wow.
Look, when we was getting there,
not a car nowhere.
You couldn't get a rental car, and you talking about name any rental car place. It was no rental cars,
out.
No hotels, every rest. So that's an economic push. So
boom.
Before we go to break, here's the thing, Damali. Deion Sanders gonna have to make a decision. The Power 5 schools are coming with the bread, like Jesus said.
Yeah.
So he gonna have to decide, because here's the thing.
Oh, he got offers on the table?
He gonna have to have.
He's the
number one coach right now in the nation.
Yeah.
He the one making
He
it
hot.
happen.
He
But
fired.
check, and he's recruiting like crazy.
Yeah.
But you got to look at what Damali alluded to earlier. Nick Saban, Kirby, and all of them, they make $11 million a year.
$11 million
Yeah.
easy
A
money.
year.
A year.
He makes $500,000.
Major difference.
And he's made this kind of impact. Because
Now, just
college
imagine.
is about kids.
Yeah.
And Deion, nobody motivates kids better than him in my mind.
Exactly.
So they literally make 20 times what he makes.
Yeah.
All day
A year.
All day long.
Now, that's how much more they make than him and just what he get paid.
Yeah.
Imagine a budget for Alabama.
Well, so we're going to talk about that when we come back from break.
Let's take a break. This is news you can use right here on KBOB 89.9 FM and simulcast on the News You Can Use Media Networks, powered by World One Development. Y'all hang on. Share this video. We'll be right back, y'all.
The Juice Radio Show and KBOB 89.9 would like to say thank you to all of our listeners and sponsors who donate to help keep our media program alive, reaching the community. The Juice Radio Network continues to expand as influencers in the community of North Tulsa and beyond, but can't do that without your help. That's why it's important that we as a community continue to support the Juice Radio Show and keep 89.9 on the air. The community not only deserves this service, but needs this service. Let's continue to support the mission and giving a voice to the voiceless and donate to the Juice Radio Show. The Juice Radio Show is a nonprofit 501c3 powered by KBOB 89.9 and Eden Media Services, operating solely off the gifts, donations, and contributions made by listeners like yourself. All donations made to the Juice Radio Show are tax deductible and can be sent to 1216 North Lansing Avenue, Suite D, Tulsa, Oklahoma 74106.
It's Tulsa, Tulsa. I see you here in Tulsa. I'm in Tulsa chillin'.
We appreciate your continued support and thanks for listening to KBOB 89.9 FM.
The 36th Street North Event Center is a full-scale event center where we share the experiences of the community. At the event center, you can rent space for weddings, birthday parties, receptions, concerts, Greek events, quinceañeras, and much more. We also do custom decor, linen, and centerpieces. We're located at 1125 East 36th Street North. To book your next special event, business gathering, or community event, call us at 918-200-9046.
Tulsa, Oklahoma! Get ready for the So Fly Comedy Tour!
You love me? I love you too. Ooh, get up. Let me see. Now sit down.
Hey man, you already know what time it is. Your boy DCO Fly, baby.
DC Young Fly is popping up in your city for one night only. Saturday, December 10th at the Tulsa Theater.
Turn around, mama. Show 'em. Ooh, boy, hot all on the back of your head. Move.
That's right. It's DC Young Fly and friends with special surprise guests.
Yes. I didn't.
Tickets are on sale now at TulsaTheater.com. The So Fly Comedy Tour, powered by Vincent Kanye, produced by the Pop-Up Comedy Series.
This is news you can use right here on KBOB 89.9 FM and simulcast on the News You Can Use Media Network, powered by World One Development. And we are back, y'all, talking about prime time.
Yes.
JSU homecoming experience. It went down at the HBCU this past weekend, and we're here to talk about it.
Yes. So if you guys did not know, so since Coach Prime has been at JSU, he just went to Walmart and just said, hey, I need a new practice field. And you know what? Walmart built it.
They
Just straight up built it.
New turf.
And then if you didn't know this, guess what? If the practice field ain't cut, guess what? He goes out there and cuts it himself with his own lawnmower.
He is so serious because what he's saying is, look, man, if the thing needs to be cut and you say you're gonna do it Thursday, you don't do it. He brings his own lawnmower.
Yeah.
The next day and cut it himself because he feels like if you're getting paid, so he's setting the standard and being the example of what you need to. Let me get some shout outs real quick. Quick shout out to Jessica Brown tuning in.
Hey,
she
Jessica.
said tuning in from Beard, Arkansas in the building. My brother Marquise, I call him Keith Sweat. He in the building as
Hey,
well.
how you doing?
Michael Brewer said every young kid wants to play from prime time, and they don't know about it. Titus White tuning in with us. We got
Hey.
Mr. CB is in the building.
Hey,
Mr. Frank
CB.
Bakes, Jeremiah Erie. I hope I'm saying that right. Welcome to the show. Hey, we talking about the HBCU experience. We going to get into prime time and some of these numbers and how you can help.
I think part of what the problem with Jackson is because it is kind of it's the hub of where you can go to a lot of places,
right?
I-20 goes through there, I believe.
Right.
30, you can go 30 or 20,
Right.
top or bottom. I've been through there before, and a lot of people, there has been a lot of negative light on Jackson,
right?
Because it's such a heavily urban community. But the powers that be still run the city. I don't think they've looked out for the school, like you say, like they should have, because with the program like this is the second year it's doing good.
Yeah.
Right. And we'll say this, what the thing about what goes on, I went to a HBCU as well.
Absolutely.
Now, let me do a quick shout out to the University of Arkansas at Monticello, because that's where I went and pledged in football and all of that first. So that's not an HBCU, but I graduated from Langston University. And I used to spend a lot of time at like UAPB and all of that. And when you first get to school, you be looking like, I'm gonna stay here. I'm just being honest. When you look at the dorm, your daughter went to Langston.
My daughter went to Langston.
You get there, it's not what you thought it was gonna be, and it takes a minute to make it homely feeling for you.
Yeah.
So what is experienced that JSU experienced pretty much at all HBCUs, and now they are getting better.
Yes.
JSU is getting better. Langston is getting better. A lot of them getting better, but we just need more.
Yes.
You know?
And because what happens is when you shine the light on one, then that shines the light on all
of them.
And so now you start looking at, dang, I got an HBCU in my city or in my state, hey, I need to be doing more.
Absolutely.
So that's kind of what happens. But one of the things that Coach Prime said is he said he's going to win at every facet of life. And not only is he going to win, but he's going to dominate.
Hey,
I love that.
Here's a ticket. The guy who is like the commissioner over like all of the HBCUs, and check this out on the 60-minute documentary thing he did. It's only like 13 minutes.
Right.
Check it out. But anyway, this is what he said. He said he's met a lot of stars, and he's been around a lot of stars. He said, but Deion Sanders is a superstar.
Yeah.
And he said this is his first time being around a superstar. And when a superstar walks into Walmart, people start writing checks, Jay Bizzle. See, that's different. You got a lot of stars that's out here, but when Deion come in and say, I need a new turf field, they start building it the next day.
Because they know it's solid as a rock. Yeah. Whatever he says he's going to do, he's going to do it.
So let me tell you this. So Jackson State's entire football budget for their program is $4 million. Now, let me tell you about the top five.
Now, let's go in comparison to the Power Five and the bigger schools.
And so these are numbers from 2019 to 2020 fiscal year. So I want to be clear about that. So these numbers are probably inflated now. But Jackson State's budget is $4 million. Ohio State, $215 million.
Say that one more time.
Ohio State, $215 million, while Jackson State is $4 million.
And you got to remember, this is state and federal and all of that stuff that's
funding.
Coming in. Funding. So you got to understand what they'll do to a historical Black college and university versus some of these Power 5 schools. And
is it they don't believe, or is it?
Oh, that's like how we deal with everything else: education, how we deal with jobs, how we deal with it. It's the same little system that goes.
We are always the last on the list.
But it's just that Deion illuminates it because of his platform. He's prime time.
Yes,
it's like a LeBron.
He's showing you can take what a person gives you and still make the best of it.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
And that's what Black folks have had to do historically since we came to this country. Right. We take whatever we're given and we use that and make it great. So I just want to put that out there. But let's go back. Number 2, Michigan State, $180 million. Texas, $173 million. Alabama, $173 million.
I don't think you got to keep calling these numbers out because it's a major, over 20, 30 times difference.
But let me explain the impact of primetime Deion Sanders. With them having that kind of budget, that means when you go in there to their athletic dormitories and all in the school and everything, it's all recliners, everything's first class. They got all the charter buses and planes, and the food is plush and all that. But Deion, when it came down to the number 1 offensive lineman in the nation, it was between JSU and like Alabama. It came down to them two. Mm-hmm. Imagine that. Now, all he got is $4 million. Now, what does Alabama got?
Everything.
$173
so you gotta think about it, JB.
Everything you want.
JB, if all you got is $4 million for your whole program to make something happen, I got $200,000. But so here's the ticket, and this is what he said on 60 Minutes. He wants somebody to bet on Prime.
Yes.
Give my kids, give
What
our
you
kids
give.
the same opportunity, because what Dion said, which I think is true, is JSU could, and any HBCU could become a hub for the NFL, not just for the NFL, but just being successful in life.
Because they'd be like, oh, your mama need a new car, and you go to Alabama, they probably gonna make sure your mama get a new car.
Right. So check this out. In 2019, the Power 5 recruiting spending, number one was Georgia, $3,676,000, whatever. Let's just keep going. Alabama, $2.6 million. Tennessee, $2.2 million. Clemson, $2.2. Arkansas, $1.9. That is just their recruiting budget.
That means that's what you have to fly in and woo and woe the recruits and all of that.
Yes. So, just the
it's
huge
crazy.
difference. Yeah.
Hey, Miss Hall, my cousin is in the building. I
Hey.
you. Welcome to the show.
Welcome.
I saw her when I was home for homecoming. She was at my partner Sid's house.
That's
beautiful person, beautiful spirit. Good to see you on. Also, my cousin Courtney said my little cousin wants to go to HBCU, but she says don't know about Langston. I'm trying to convince her because it's a good school. Damali. Okay, I went to University of Arkansas at Monticello, and it's the opposite. So flip Langston,
right?
And that's where I went.
Right.
And I can tell you, I was on a football team and all of that, and nothing against the school. It's just it was hard for me to operate in that capacity with the teachers, with the administrators. I don't know no administrators. I don't know no teachers, and I know some of my coaches. My coaches I do because they recruit you and all that, but I don't know none of the administrators right now.
Right.
So after I went there for a few years, I ended up going to Langston.
Right.
So I still know Dr. Perecci, Dr. Ernest Holloway, Miss Tolliver, because it was about life and learning. And I definitely have to give the HBCU credit for putting Brother Charles Harp on the right, because I graduated with honors.
Yeah.
Now I graduated from high school with about a little 2.1. Don't hate. But
you graduated
cum laude
Yeah.
from going to a HBCU. And I'm telling you now, I can't say because all the schools are good, because I got family. People go to OU, OSU, go where you want. But HBCU is going to get you ready for this world that you got to live in.
Absolutely.
Because the world looks like more of the adjustments that you'll learn from an HBCU and not what you can be fooled into at some of these other universities. And you can trust me on that one.
Well, I got some breaking news. I don't know if you guys heard this. You probably heard it because you listen to ESPN all the time. But College Game Day is going to forego the usual Power 5 destination and instead be on hand for the iconic HBCU rivalry game in week 9. So they announced that they will head to Mississippi next weekend for a FCS tilt between the undefeated Jackson State and Southern. The game is known as the Boombox Classic.
Everybody want to see it.
Yeah, which features 2 of the premier SWAC programs that has been played every year since 1958. The game is going to be on live from Jackson at 8:00 a.m. Eastern Time on Saturday, October 29th. The kickoff against Southern is scheduled for 2:00 p.m. I'm so
8 a.m.
excited.
That's a little early.
No, so that's
all.
That's
game day, the program.
Yeah,
game when they come to your city, that's what everybody
that's it.
Watches.
They mean you official.
You official.
Yes.
That means you the nighttime, you the recap.
Yeah.
You the
so
nightcap.
That is huge. So we're scrapping the Power 5 and we're going to a HBCU. That's the prime. That's Coach Prime effect.
That's
right
the prime
there.
time. And you know what? Here's the ticket.
Okay.
Not his theme song. Hey, that's what he said. It's for every game.
Yes.
You know, hey, that's HBCU right there.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. It don't matter if you're black, white, green, or yellow.
Yes.
You need to go to an HBCU game if you've never been there.
Man.
Look, I've been, and it's nothing against nobody.
Yeah.
I've been to Arkansas games. I'm a Razorback fan. I've been to OU. I've been to OSU, TU. I've been to a whole lot of different games. But let me tell you something, baby.
Okay.
Ain't nothing like it.
You ain't seen nothing
You
like
ain't
if you
seen
go
that.
down to Langston and see that band and
Yeah.
see what's going on around there, the tailgate and all that.
Yeah.
And let me tell you something about this Sonic Boom,
Now
baby.
the Sonic Boom
And that
ain't what
parade-
you want.
That's a real thing.
It's a
Man,
thing.
you're just
Yes.
like on 20, not 10. You on 20 the whole time you there. The food is good.
Yes.
The energy is good. The people is good. The entertainment and all that. It's like a show on steroids.
Right.
So what's going to happen now is when College Game Day go, when people watch,
Man.
guess what people going to start tuning in?
Right.
Where is the HBCU? Where's the SWAC?
Yeah.
Who ain't SWAC?
Yeah.
Where's the SWAC game going
See,
down?
I have my SWAC hoodie back here on
It's
my
right
chair.
there.
Yeah.
Who is SWAC if I ain't SWAC? Hey, what we just want to just bring some light to
Yes.
just understanding if you out there, if you're a super athlete, whether it's basketball, football, track, or something, we're saying entertain going to HBCU. You know, go visit a school, whether it's Langston, Grambling, Southern, JSU. It don't matter. We're not trying to Spelman, Harvard, wherever you want to go. At least go visit 2 or 3 HBCUs to see if maybe what your mission or purpose is in life may run you right through an HBCU.
One person left a comment on Facebook about the story. They said it would take the NFL signing some of these players to get the support that's really needed. How you feel about that, Charles? Let's talk about that a little bit.
Well, here's the ticket. The Coach Prime effect.
Okay.
When you go down there, Terrell Owens is in the locker room.
Yes.
Really?
When you go down there, NFL players are there at the games, and NFL owners are at the game. So when you go to the game, you got the New England Patriots, the Green Bay Packers, the Dallas Cowboys, because it's the prime time effect. So what Deion did this past year, he had all the NFL teams come down to JSU for them to do their recruiting thing, how they draft the pre-draft, and then the ones that did not show up, he got on his social media and blasted all of them.
Yeah, called them out.
And they all showed up that next week. So that's the prime time effect, because you like to do stuff in the dark.
Shout out to Deion, man. Deion is
making it happen.
Crazy. Quick shout out. Miss Ernestine Broom is locked in with us. My cousin said I want Langston to actually reach out to new students because of college, Hey, Langston, it's not hard to get in Langston, because you just reach out, get that administration, do your little letter, you ain't gonna have no problem. So I would say that Ernestine Broom, that's royalty to us. That's our mom. Bishop Melvin Cooper's in the building. The top man over here at World One Development. And brother, I'll say OSU.
Where did he go to college at?
Who's that?
Bishop. I think he went to Northside University. I think Bishop went to Northside
University. Right there on 2121 North Harbor. Go visit him on Sunday at 10:30.
All right, so we're going to kick it off. We're going to jump right into it. Are we going to take a break, or are we going to just keep going?
Want to get into these hot topics? We'll let JB go ahead and drop that little hump day hot topic, and we'll get on right down to it. Y'all hang on.
Ladies and gentlemen,
the all new KBOB 89.9 FM, Black on Black Community Radio.
And now it's time for the Hump Day Hot Topics with Charles and Damali.
Hey, guess what day it is?
Hump day!
Hump day! It's hump day!
Hey, Mike. It's the Hump Day Hot Topics on News You Can Use.
Mike. Hump Day Hot Topics. Yes.
That's crazy. Hey, we got a lot of people listening in from all over the world. Y'all make sure y'all share this video, because we definitely giving out some informative information and giving people some news that they can use. Damali.
Yes.
We got something else coming up that's local.
Yes.
That's on a whole nother level. What we got going on?
So we have the trunk or treat that's going to be happening over at Oasis Fresh Market. Wanted to just make sure that we, give a couple of minutes to that. There's going to be candy given away while supplies last. So if you come up at the last 5 minutes, don't complain because you didn't get no candy. And then we're going to be partnering with Utica Park Clinic. They're going to be giving away samples of formula and newborn diapers. So moms, if you got this new baby at home,
come on out.
Listen, I know how you run through diapers. I had 3 little ones myself, and I remember that time, and I was like, Lord.
Don't have no flashbacks on the diapers.
Right. So you need that. So come on through.
Some money.
Get these samples. They're going to be doing a raffle for a stroller, car seat, a high chair, and 3 small basket prizes. We're going to have free food. We're going to be doing a live remote, so we're going to be having a blast out at Oasis Fresh Market.
I'm going to rewind it just a little bit. We won't have free food, but we will have sugar bears. So get you $2-3.
No, we're doing hot dogs too.
We'll have some hot dogs too.
Yeah, we're doing hot dogs. So we're going to be some free food and sugar bears.
Hey, just like that. Sugar bears don't play no game. I talked to Marcus today, and he said he's seasoning the meat right now.
Oh, man, I need to
Another thing is KBOB, World One Development News You Can Use. JB Smooth and all of us are going to be doing a live remote. So we're going to be live all over the city.
Right.
So you can get ready for that. AJ going to be on. I seen him this morning. He doing his push-ups and jump squats. So he's going to be on 20. And here's the ticket. The Divine 9 is rolling through.
That's right. First responders. We got first responders coming through.
Responders are coming through.
A few motorcycle riders.
The motorcycle riders.
The YMCA.
Yeah.
The YMCA.
Hillcrest Medical Center.
Yes.
Utica Park is coming.
Utica Park.
So it's going to be a great time for you guys to have something to do that's fun with your kids, that's safe. We're going to be doing face painting. We're going to bob for apples. Y'all remember that? Bobbing for apples?
Oh,
Can
yes.
they bring the entire family out though? Is what we
The
wanna know. Is this a
entire family.
event?
It is a family event. The entire family can come out, from grandma who wants to come and watch the kiddos to, little John, who's 1 year old, running around with his little costume on.
Now this starts at 12, so don't get there at 3 o'clock and be like, where the candy at?
Exactly.
The food trucks and stuff pulling up about 11:30. I would show up about 11:30 because I'm telling you, I'm gonna be eating on that barbecue. Let me do this
You
real
gonna
quick.
have your sandwich already, huh?
No, let me do this real quick. All the way from Missouri, my cousin. Everybody need a cousin that you call Peter Mack.
Okay.
Let me tell you something. Don't nobody mess with somebody that got a cousin called Peter Mack. He just tuned in with us. Welcome to the show, man. Good to see you, cousin.
Yes.
Jessica Brown said she just shared it. Miss Ernestine Broom said she loves the show.
Oh, we love you, Miss Broom.
Family fun for this Saturday. Presenting Trunk or Treat is at Oasis Fresh Market. AJ, Leah, Brittany, Blotta, all the staff, Fran, us. We all gonna be there, and we gonna be turned up to the max, and we just gonna have a good energy. Your kids gonna be safe. The family gonna bring grandma, grandpa, uncle, cousins, nephew, nieces.
And you never know what they're gonna give away at Oasis. You
Man.
never
You
know.
don't know.
It's gonna be a crazy Saturday for you.
Yes.
It's a safe way to trick or treat.
This is what happened. Last time we was at Oasis Market, we started at $2,000. I looked up, we had gave away $5,000. I looked up, we gave away $7,000.
Yeah.
You don't need groceries.
Man.
Come get your groceries.
Yes.
Y'all know y'all know they finna go wild.
It's gonna be groceries.
It's the giving season, so I'm sure you want to be in a place to be.
And if you want to wear your little mask, your little something, you know how people do. You want to be Superwoman, you want to be Spider-Man or something. Go ahead and throw your stuff on. That's gonna be all good. We'll give you a prize for the best dress. You want to do that? Whoever have on we doing that right now. KBOB, the best dress. We giving you
something. We gonna come up with a prize.
We're gonna give you a news you can use prize pack.
We're gonna give you a prize pack just like that.
Love it.
Come with a 55-inch TV, 2 cars.
All right, not that
in a gas station.
Hey, Lakeisha Johnson just tuned in.
Hey, daughter, how
What's
are
going
you?
on, Keisha Keys?
Yeah, that's my middle baby.
We just rocking roll. Y'all make sure y'all share this video because we're getting a lot of great news out.
Right, absolutely. All right,
next, Damali?
Let's hit these hot topics real quick. So did you guys know that the student loan forgiveness application is now open?
Hey, we talking about the money now. Y'all get y'all pen and pad out. We're giving you stuff about the money.
Yeah. So the U.S. government opened a website to allow Americans with federal student loans to apply for up to $20,000 in debt forgiveness.
$20,000.
They've created a short, simple application that requires just a few minutes to fill out, but could leave some borrowers with questions about the timing for debt forgiveness. About 95% of Americans with college loans are expected to qualify for forgiveness, while the remainder will earn too much money to get and will be ineligible.
You know what they need to do is refund me for paying my stuff off early. I need to file a complaint.
Right?
I want to file
I want my money back. I want
a refund. Damali, what's going on? What are they talking about? $1,400 more or what?
Oh, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you in just a minute. But check this out. You only have until December 31st, 2023 to apply for student loan forgiveness.
You say 2023?
2023. So you have a whole year and 2 months.
Oh, hey, but here's the ticket. Early bird gets the worm. You know
I already applied. Listen, I applied.
Go get
2 weeks ago.
Everybody applied. Now we want to hear about this $1,400.
Okay, so check this out. Claim your $1,400 stimulus check before November 17th.
So there's a new stimulus out?
So no, check this out. So if you have not filed your 2021 taxes, you need to do so because that's what they're going to utilize in order for you to qualify for this stimulus check. You could be missing money. In fact, about 9 million households have been sent reminders. Did you get a reminder in the mail?
I think I did.
Okay, so 9 million households have been sent reminders by the IRS.
You just gave me my reminder. So when I called them, I'm going to say, I got reminded on news you can use.
Right, to claim these stimuluses. What they're saying is you could be eligible for a stimulus payment up to $1.9 trillion of the American Rescue Plan. Legislation has been passed. Checks for $1,400 for individuals, $2,800 for married couples. To receive your stimulus payment, you'll need to file a 2021 tax return, and so that way you'll know what your income is, and that'll let them know whether or not you're eligible. You have to have an income of less than $75,000 a year. Your adjusted gross income in order to get the $1,400.
That's a lot of money.
And $150,000.
9 million.
9 trillion.
Trillion.
9 trillion.
Money just sitting on the desk waiting on you.
Yeah.
Lord have mercy.
So the deadline for free filing is November 15th. November
Hold on.
15th.
Say that again one more time. Let me start the music.
He said, hold on.
Say that one more time.
The deadline for free filing for this $1,400 stimulus check is November 15th.
Y'all heard it.
November 15th, you got about a month. So
yes,
get that stuff in. All right, what we got up next on these hot topics?
Listen, y'all, this is so sad, and I'm not surprised, but it's so sad. So the nation's report card that we normally do about our kids are finding out that our U.S. students are behind.
Yeah.
Not surprised because of COVID and what's been going on. Yeah. But after testing hundreds of thousands of 4th and 8th graders across the U.S., the nation's report card from the National Assessment of Education process has found a steady and universal decline in education scores. What it's saying is that they have dropped approximately an 8-point decline.
No, they're saying they can't read.
Well, that's in math. Yeah, that's in math.
Science.
And they're saying that nearly 4 in 10 8th graders failed to grasp basic math concepts, and not a single state out of all 50 states saw notable improvement in their test scores.
That's bad.
Where do you think the breakdown is, Charles?
Well, one, it's the pandemic.
Yeah.
It's a lot of trauma and crazy stuff going on. It's been a lot of crazy stuff going on. People done lost grandma, mama, daddy, cousins, and people. The last thing on some parents' list is getting back to the books.
We talked about this when the pandemic set in, and it really made it easy for kids to get really lazy and complacent when they took them out of school for almost, 2 years?
Yeah, a year and a half.
They made it where kids didn't even have to go to school if you felt like you were sick.
Right.
And some people took advantage of that and used it for an excuse not to go get an education when they wanted to go back to school.
Right.
And you know what? And I think too, you have to think about, some people do really well. Like, I'm one of those people that I would flourish being at home, because I could just work at my own pace and get it done.
You can.
But a lot of people are not like that. They need that structure.
The ticket is this. We are designed as social people.
Absolutely. I agree with that.
We're not designed to be by ourselves in the house, in the dark. It's going to be so much TV. You know how sometimes you're cool at home, but if you're at home just sleeping and doing nothing, you start getting headaches. You start feeling weird.
You sleeping more. Doing your work less.
What's crazy? Is it just me? Is the more you sleep, the more tired you get?
Yeah.
I've been sleeping for 15 hours. I'm more and more sleepy. I'm about to die up in here. I got to get out of here. But we got to continue to be there for each other. Get outside. Go to the park.
Yeah.
Do some family entertainment. Come out to Oasis Fresh Market on Saturday. Do things.
Shameless plug.
Get you back stimulated and going.
Yes.
How do we get the young people motivated as far as getting the help if it's someone struggling that needs help? I mean, we're coming up on midway through the school year here. So there's still the opportunity. If you're having trouble out there, you can call somebody for help.
Yeah.
I would just say like mentorship.
Yeah.
Absolutely. A lot of these parents, single parent homes, man, mom out here with 5 kids, that's tough.
Yeah.
Daddy not in the house, that's tough.
You
just
trying to work and
then mama might be working 3 jobs.
Yeah.
So as soon as mama work out that door, I'm coloring, I'm doing something else. I'm not doing my homework. You got to be monitored sometimes, to do your homework.
So do you know where your kids are at right now? You know what your kids are doing.
Yeah.
Let's keep a closer eye on them, what they're doing and what they're involved with too.
I'll say this, at least now they're back in school.
Yeah.
So we'll start there. Maybe we can increase that mentorship program. After school programs, I think, are good because we
wonderful.
Spring break camps and summer camps. Stop letting your kids just stay at home for the summer.
Play video games and sleep.
That's a decline.
And eat your food.
Kids to come to EdRec, another little plug, a Youth and Family Fun Center. They increase a functioning level over the summer.
Yes.
When I know if you sit at home playing videos, you decreasing maybe 2 grade levels.
Exactly.
So we're gonna work on that, y'all. We just want to bring some light to it.
All right. So I don't know if you guys have heard this story about RSV. And that it's surging across the country.
Speaking of kids.
Yes, speaking of kids.
Right.
So the U.S. is seeing a surge in the common respiratory illness that can cause severe breathing problems for babies.
Right.
My little grandbaby had this when she was, an infant and had to be hospitalized.
It's
so
serious.
I remember this, and it's so scary. So RSV stands for respiratory syncytial virus, a common cause of mild cold-like symptoms such as runny nose, cough, and fever. Nearly all U.S. children normally catch an RSV infection by the age of 2, which I did not know that. People infected are usually contagious from 3 to 8 days. Babies and people with weakened immune systems can spread RSV for up to 4 weeks.
That's crazy. That's a month.
Everyone can get RSV, but it causes the most threat in infants and older adults and other vulnerable people who can get serious airway and lung infections.
It's definitely respiratory related.
Absolute respiratory, infection. Yeah. And so they're saying that RSV typically leads to 58,000 hospitalizations, and up to 500 deaths per year in children under 5.
So y'all need to be on the lookout for that. RSV.
RSV.
Be aware
like
of
Victor.
that. If you need to take your kids out, do those things. Quick shout out right now. My niece, Dominique, we call her Tootie, tuned in. She said, Uncle Charles, I tuned in for a little bit. Love you. I love you too. And Keisha said, no, she's having trouble now.
Oh, Kaka's having trouble. You better get her to the doctor.
So
yeah, this is crazy.
It's affecting. Is it a certain age group that RSV is affecting?
Under 5 is
under
the most. Yeah, under 5 is the most popular age group. For this particular.
So little toddlers.
Yeah, little ones. Yeah. So just make sure you're watching your babies and make sure you're taking care of your babies.
Be aware of that.
All right, upcoming events. So World One Development is looking for volunteers to help serve the community. If you would like to volunteer or need community service hours, you can give us a call at 918-380-1493 or email me at damali.wilson@world1development.com, or you can inbox us on Facebook Messenger at World One Development. Don't forget, if you're looking to have an event, the 36th Street North Event Center has dates available. You can give us a call at 918-200-9046 to reserve your spot. Fitting Back In is still taking registrations for justice-involved individuals, past or present, right here in Tulsa County for job training programs that will yield living wage jobs. You can give Christy Williams a call at 918-592-3500, or you can contact her at Christy.Williams, that's KRISTI.Williams at fittingbacktulsa.org. We are here to help justice-involved citizens thrive.
I ain't seen Christy in a while. How's she doing?
She's doing well.
Really, really
She's doing good.
Christy's doing the thing. She's underground because
she's been riding under the radar.
It's grant season.
Yeah, grant season is always rough.
And all that stuff.
Yeah.
So when people in this not-for-profit world, they go missing around this time. I'm be missing.
They buried in the money.
I'll be missing next
trying
week.
to pick up the money.
And don't come looking for me. I'm all right. I'm trying to get this paperwork done.
Right. Yeah.
Hey, Christy, we know you out there.
We love you, Christy.
Yeah. All right. Oasis Fresh Market is open 8 o'clock a.m. until 9 o'clock p.m. Monday through Saturday, and 8 o'clock a.m. until 8 o'clock p.m. on Sundays. Make sure you stop by for all of your grocery needs. A children's fund has been set up for the surviving children of Sherry Gamble Smith.
Yes.
You can donate at www.paypal.com/PayPalMe/honoring Sherry. The draft of the Kirkpatrick Heights Master Plan is available for review at www.ourlegacystulsa.org/draft-plan-review. It is available October 17th through 31st for review and comment by community. Don't forget to visit the site and take a look and leave a comment. This only works if we participate.
Hey, we were just over there yesterday. Y'all better get over there and get involved because Black Wall Street is back. We building it back now.
Right.
Block by block.
Little Shop of Horrors is playing October 21st through 30th in the Williams Theater.
Scared me. You said Little Shop of
Horrors.
Oh, wait a minute. Is that Feed Me Seymour?
Yes.
Feed Me Seymour. No, I ain't scared. No, I ain't scared of Seymour.
Okay. It's happening in the Williams Theater at the Tulsa Performing Arts Center. The tickets are ranging from $29.25 to $47.50. Go out and support these local artists. They have Majesty Pearson, Joseph Wright, which is City Councilwoman Lori Dector Wright's husband. He's gonna be Seymour,
and that sucker can sing too.
They got some slangers on there.
Seymour gonna be singing this, but if you don't know what to do with Seymour, hey, quick shout out to my boy Gary tuning in from the Bay Area.
Hey Gary,
out there in Cali, man. Welcome to the show.
All right. And of course, we talked about this just a few moments ago, but I want to make sure that you have it down and you understand when it is. We're partnering with Oasis Fresh Market to do a trunk or treat at Oasis on the 29th. That's this coming Saturday from 12 o'clock p.m. until 3 o'clock p.m. We'll have free food while supplies last, face painting. The Divine Nine will be representing the first responders and much more. Prizes for the best costume, so mark your calendars.
Blue fight. We gonna need that.
Okay. The Fall Festival is happening at Chamberlain Park. It's going to be on Saturday, November 5th 5th from 3 o'clock p.m. until 5 o'clock p.m. They're going to have food, entertainment, and fun. So make sure you go by Chamberlain Park on November 5th.
Absolutely.
And the pop-up comedy series presents So Fly Tour 2022. That's DC Young Fly and Friends, December the 10th at the Tulsa Theater. You can purchase tickets at tulsatheater.com. Tickets are ranging from $34.50 to $64.50. The doors open up at 7:30. Show starts at 8:30. That's our good friend CH.
Shout out to CH.
Yes.
DC Young Fly. That's
DC
the family.
Young Fly.
Yes. All right. Birthdays. October 27th, which is today. That would be Tika's birthday.
That's my little cousin.
Yes.
What's
Valerie
going on?
Collins Harding from The Voice.
Happy birthday, Val.
Happy birthday. She was just here last week.
And Ty Mason, my makeup artist. It's her birthday as well.
Birthday.
So we got all the people. This is a good day. Yes.
It's your birthday.
All right. October 28th, Jay Friday.
Hey, it's your birthday.
Jay Friday?
Yes. October 29th, Majesty Pearson and my classmate Irma Matthews.
Speaking of Jay Friday, here's a comedy show this Friday.
Oh, really?
Yeah, / birthday.
Is it at his birthday party?
I'm
yeah.
DJing that too.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
we're gonna be there
live.
Friday
Come on
night
through,
at the
JB
Tulsa
Smooth.
Comedy Club. It's gonna be nice. So you guys want to see a comedy show? Jay
Come on
Friday
I
and
might come through. Jay Friday is the family.
Randall Lopez. Also
Randall
gonna be
is
there.
cool.
Yeah,
That's
so-
one of my daughter's friends.
It's gonna be fun. It's
Yes.
gonna be fun. Hey, my little cousin, her birthday will be coming up on the 25th. She'll be 25 on this Friday.
It's your
Okay.
Shout out
birthday.
to the fam. It's your birthday, just like that.
Hey, Jeremiah, you missed the prime time, Coach Prime. That's what you missed.
Man,
Go
hey,
back
look,
and
We
rewind.
gotta go back, man. We've been all up in Mississippi. We've been in the SIP. What they say the thing, Mississippi?
Oh, and in the state of Mississippi.
Yeah, that's how we don't mess me when I'm in the state of Mississippi.
Well, in the state of Mississippi, we get down a little bit like this here.
Oh,
That's
he's all
right.
up in your city. Maestro Siglo, he tuning in from Mississippi, man. We love you. Thanks for
Yes.
tuning in.
All right, and November 1st, Kiki Smith, our trusted security over at the 36th Street North Event Center.
Kiki, are you riding?
And Trisha Douglas,
Hey, Trisha.
aka Risky,
Risky.
who is the Tilt president.
One of the coldest on a
She
motorcycle.
Okay.
She good people.
And Elijah Hill. It is also his birthday on the 1st.
One of
Wow.
the baddest
Yes,
drummers in the
drummer.
land.
Man,
Junior
killing
Hill.
it.
Junior Hill.
Junior Hill, yes. All right, don't forget, you can purchase your News You Can Use gear and continue the conversation on our podcast at nycu.tv. Don't forget, you can also check us out on nycu.fm. You can go there and hear music 24/7. Damali's playlist happens from 12 o'clock p.m. to 2 o'clock p.m. From 10 o'clock a.m. until 10 o'clock p.m. And Mr. Harper's Neighborhood
There
from
you go.
12 o'clock p.m. to 2 p.m. The Super Mixes with DJ JB Smooth from 2 o'clock p.m.
Work
until
it out,
6
work it
p.m.
out.
And the J-Bone Lounge is from 6 to 10 p.m. Of course, Rue's Love Lounge happens from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. Now, we're under construction and getting ready to do some
Man, we
revamping
got
of our
something coming.
station.
Y'all better stay ready.
Yeah,
We
so
got a
we're
new
excited.
personality come on. We're gonna keep y'all guessing, man.
Yes.
We're gonna remix it a little bit, but it's gonna go to a whole nother level. Y'all better be ready.
Absolutely. So don't forget, you can hit us up on any of our social media platforms. That's World One Development, EduRec Youth and Family Fund Center, the 36th Street North Event Center, Fitting Back In Prison Reentry Program. We're there at all of them, making it happen. What is this creepy music? Is this
Hey,
Michael
it's
Jackson?
Halloween is
It's
right
Thriller?
around the corner.
Yes.
Can't wait for Saturday.
I know.
Let me say this.
You're
I
excited.
don't know if this go along with the excitement, but this is the last thing I want to say. That World One Development News You Can Use is going international. We're
Yes.
going to be going to the UK on December 1st. We're going to be there for 3 days, and we're going to leave there, and we're going to head to Uganda.
Yes,
We're going to the motherland, baby.
I see y'all.
we in there.
We're
see y'all.
going to be over there serving the community. We're going to be working
Yes.
with about 1,500 individuals, helping them with education in their
Yes.
church and the community center and feeding and just doing all of the things.
But don't worry, y'all. We are going to be recording. We're going to be
we
sending
live.
stuff back home.
We
We're
gonna
going to
be
make
live.
sure that you guys are a part of that because we do this work right here in our community. But we also want you guys to know that there are some things happening abroad that some churches and local organizations here are doing to make a positive change in other countries.
And if
So-
you support us or reach out, if you at work right now, go talk to your boss. Just knock on the door real light and say, boss, I don't want to raise, but I want you to do is support World One Development because it is a not-for-profit organization and they're helping out this church. They're helping out this village. They're helping them build it all out so they can be a blessing to their community.
Right.
And it's all tax deductible. So we raising about 15 grand.
Right.
I didn't realize it costs a couple dollars though. Me and Damali's services are going to be free.
Uh-huh.
These are the things that we just need to do to get there and get set up the things that the people need, not us.
Right.
So reach out to us if you want to be a part of that, and we appreciate that in advance. Damali.
Yes.
Great show today.
Yes, absolutely great show.
Jay Bizzle was on a whole nother level today.
Yeah, we did this.
He probably warming up for Jay Friday thing. On
Yeah,
Friday.
that's what it is.
That's what he over there.
Yeah.
Jay Friday, he ready. He over there doing it.
I'm excited about Saturday. I'm excited for Friday because you guys know I've been away from the ones and twos for a minute.
Yes.
But we back for the holiday season. A lot of great things coming. The phone won't stop ringing, so I'm gonna go out and do my thing.
Do a little something. I'm glad. Let me see. I'm glad we don't start until noon. You got time to wake up.
And then your birthday coming up.
It's your birthday.
It's your birthday. It's coming up. It's right around the corner. So hey, thanks. Oh, Robert Hawkins just tuned in. The world famous gospel singer, Robert Hawkins family. What's going on, fam? I hate we getting ready to get off here, man, but we love you. I'll say Michael E. Smith out of H-Town.
Hey, Michael,
what's Denver, he just jumped in. Y'all just gotta look, just rewind, and you can still watch the show right when we go offline.
It's some good stuff. Y'all need to see it.
Man, we talked about Coach Prime. We went down there. We got some fun stuff going at Oasis and a lot of other good stuff because there's money to be gotten. And the money don't want you to miss about 1.some trillion. So make sure you get your dollars.
Right.
Anyway, we got to get ready to roll. Shout out to Uncle Bobby, man.
Yes.
Shout out to Uncle Bobby for giving us this platform and the whole E-Media Services family.
Yes.
So if you want to help us, speaking of that, stay on the air because we don't want the air to go off. Please consider donating to E-Media Services to help our community radio continue to stay on the air. You can send your donation made payable to E-Media Services 21216 North Lansing Avenue, Suite D. We moving on up, y'all. Tulsa, Oklahoma, 74106. This has been News You Can Use with your boy Charles Hopper. That's me.
And Damali Wilson. That's me.
And we are live every Wednesday from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. So make sure you tune in. Share this video, y'all, right now.
Let's go. Hey. Okay, come on, Daddy Steak.
Who is swag?
Yeah, we swag.
Who is swag? I ain't swag. Prime time, baby. If you would like to promote your business or advertise your event on this show, inbox us at Facebook, World One Development. There's been News You Can Use with Charles Harper and Damali Wilson. The views, thoughts, and opinions expressed on this program are solely those of the host and their guests, and not necessarily to this station, organization, committee, or other group or individuals associated with KBOB 89.9. Y'all have a great day. Thank you.